everyone, welcome back to another one of my videos. What we're going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be showing you basically how I pick one of eToro's traders that I want to deposit funds into and copy trade this person. There's a few steps. I think I've narrowed it down to 4 initial steps and then another 3 steps after that, if they sort of qualify for those initial 4 steps. So let's get straight into it here. The first step, this might sound quite high and unreasonable. I can imagine some people thinking, well, that's too much. That's too much to ask for. Why would you have this as a step? And that's fair enough. The first step is for the trader to have more than 40% profit for 1 year. Well, for the last year, as of whenever you start looking for the person. Let me give you an example. So if we go on to eToro's copy people, and what we can do at the top here on this sort of header row, it's really people from everywhere. That's fine. That's fine. And especially only this one. So gained at least, at the moment, it's set to 10% for the last 12 months. So we're going to change that to 40%, which is my current preference. I mean, this could change over time. I don't think it used to be 40%. It used to be a lot lower. I guess it just depends how I'm feeling at the time, how greedy I am, I guess, or hopeful. So let's do 40% for the last 12 months. And then this will bring us all of eToro's traders that have made at least 40% in the last 12 months as of this date, backwards. Okay, so let's click go. Now you can see we've got a few people here, and it keeps going down. It loads more if you go down. We're just going to stick to the top screen. We're not particularly looking for anyone at this moment. I've got quite a few lined up already, and I might go through that at the end of the video. Let's pick Carlos, because he is actually one of my new sort of top 4, top 5 that I'm thinking of doing it next. He's in my watch list. I'll just quickly show you my star watch list. So these 5 here, these at the moment, my next 5 in line to have funds deposited. I don't know which one yet, but these are the 5 that I've picked out of my total watch list here. So 14, narrowed it down for the next one into 5. But yeah, okay, let's go copy people. Okay, so we're going to go Carlos, just as an example. So this is, as I said, this is the first step. Earn more than 40% for a year. So everyone here, keep scrolling down, you'll keep seeing them. That's the first step done. Okay, so let's click into Carlos. Let's say we're looking at this thinking, oh, I like the look of his picture and name. I don't know, something just caught your eye. So let's click on Carlos here. And next step is a minimum trade size that's reasonable for me. So currently I'm only doing it in quarterly chunks of $200, so very small amount. So ideally, someone that I'm looking to copy would be someone, that let me give an example. So if we go to portfolio, okay. So there's 2 steps to this. The initial price that you see on the screen here, like the parent trade, if you like, and then when you click into the parent trade, sometimes there's like child trades. That doesn't sound good. There's like smaller positions within the parent position. So let's go through the parent one first. So here we can see Carlos's current largest percentage trade, and then if we flick the invested button, it shows you the smallest. So largest 4.73, smallest, as long as it's not below 0.5, anything 0.5 and upwards, then generally more or less, it should be good with the minimum $200. Okay, but that's not where it ends. So ideally, we need to click in at least a few of them, but it wouldn't hurt if you clicked into all of them just to see if there was any smaller trades. So what we'll do, let me click into the largest one. Okay, so 0.95 is the smallest on his original largest. Let's just, for the sake of argument and the speed of this video, not speed, sorry, the length, let's just try the next three. Always 0.95. So it's looking good so far. 0.95 seems to be his smallest. 0.95. 0.95. So there's a pattern here. So, I mean, if you really wanted to be, looking into this a lot and being very thorough, you could look into all of the trades. But I'm getting a good idea here that 0.95 is the lowest, which is fine. So if we just do that quick minimum trade size calculation, so if we do the 100 divided by 0.95, $105 would be more or less okay to copy with. I mean, you have to take other things into consideration, like fees and spreads. So you should always add on. I don't know what percentage. I haven't thought about this enough, to be honest. I mean, maybe 20 to 30% more. So in this case, 130, 140 maybe, 30, 40% more. But obviously the minimum trade size is 200. So if we add 200, that's more than enough. So 200, which is the minimum trade size, perfect for Carlos. Brilliant. So that's ticks off number 2, which is minimum trade size is reasonable for me. $200, absolutely fantastic. Next is less than a 15% yearly drawdown. Now this I actually adopted from Social Trading Vlog. There you go. So if you click onto this, well, you don't need to click on it, but if you go to this section of the screen, it says it here, the yearly drawdown. As long as that is not below minus 15%, then that's fine. That passes the next step. -4, very good. Nowhere near minus 15. So in this case, Carlos, yes, he is going into the next steps. Just a quick, very, very quick idea of what yearly drawdown is. So, I mean, in this case, minus 4.04. That doesn't necessarily mean that he has lost minus 4% for the year. It's not saying that's the maximum he's lost. Because if we were to go on here, you see there's no losses of 4%. And, he's not been trading in 2019. This is his only year. He's only been doing it for 6-7 months. So what does it mean if his yearly drawdown is minus 4%? That doesn't make sense. He's not lost 4%. So the drawdown is basically, if they have trades open, the trade, can go lower. It can go in the negatives, minus whatever. Only if he was to close that trade at minus 4%, or if it's a few different trades that accumulated that minus 4. But in this case, I'm assuming that it's one particular trade, then maybe that reached minus 4% for this year. And if he had closed the trade right there and then yeah, you would see that on this timeline, it'd say minus 4%, it'd be a red bar here. But he didn't close it. It went back up, or at least he added other trades and other positions that sort of counteracted that. So, the month's profit didn't sort of end at minus 4%. Maybe he was in the middle of the month, maybe he was at the start. But I imagine if it was the last day at the end of the month, before eToro revises the stats, the monthly, green bar, red bar stats, then maybe it would have shown -4%. But it went down to -4, went back up one way or another, whether it's the same trade that got better and climbed up, or whether it's other trades and he'd push that up. But that's his lowest. So it's the reason why I say less than 15% yearly drawdown, as I said, is partially because of social trading vlog. That's his sort of thing that I'm apparently just straight up stealing, but that's fine. I mean, it's a good level. I mean, if he was to say, oh, below -50, I mean, it's reasonable. 15-20%, I would say. So yeah, this guy's good. Carlos is good. Next step. Next one is minimum amount of red months, especially in 2020 for the March, April, and September, October. This is the last sort of hurdle, if you like, for the initial, I don't know, gathering of the new traders. As soon as they pass this, then they go into the second phase, if you like. But this one's a bit of a cruel one, if you like. It's optional, I guess, but I like to try and apply it if I can. If I maybe have a gut instinct to think, oh, I don't think this guy would be good for me in my trade or something. But yeah, because March and April and September and October was generally very bad, COVID related, just not good for the market. So many traders have got either very, very low greens or most cases red for either March and April or both, and either September, October or both. So if I can see that a trader has got a green positive month for one or both of those, then that just shows, that extra level of skill, how they've handled that for 2020, how experienced they are. So it's just an extra merit. Yep, good. So yeah, that brings us on to the second batch of criteria, if you like. So this one is using a lot of equity being a good thing, in my personal view. I could see some people saying, well, if they're using 30-40% of the total equity that you put on them and leaving the rest for a rainy day or something, I can see some people saying, yeah, that's how I prefer to do it. And but personally, I think as much as possible, if they're a very skilled person and they've gone through those 4 criteria that we've just gone through, and a bunch of other ones if you want to add more, then I think they should be making the most for you, making the most money for you by trading with all of your money you've put on, not just 5% of it, 10% of it, And you see it at the bottom. So what you do is you click into their portfolio, go right to the bottom, balance. So 1.69% balance. Okay, that's what he's got left out of all the money he has on eToro. He's put it all on, apart from 1.69%. To me, as a copy trader of JNemesis, that's very good. It's making the most potential for me. Okay, let's just try someone else real quick. Let's just click on a random. Let's click here. Portfolio. Okay, so this random guy who clicked on Cashflow Station, he's 30% of his balance left, which is still very good. 70% is very good from a lot of traders that I've seen. Well, a lot of the ones that I've sort of fine-combed and sort of ridiculed them, like you're not using all of your equity. But yeah, you just look at the bottom. If it says something like 70%, 80% balance left, and they're staying at that level a lot of the time, that wouldn't really sort of match my criteria. That wouldn't really be great for me. So yeah, that is number 5 on the criteria list, that they use a lot of the equity. They trade a lot with the money they have. Okay. Now the next one is one that I've only recently started looking into, but I'm very much for this. And I'm actually, let me tell you what it is first. So closing trades and taking the profit. Okay. Not just leaving all the trades, all the profitable trades open for the whole year, the whole quarter. But if I go into my virtual portfolio, so what I'm actually doing is I'm copying everyone on my watch list on my virtual portfolio to sort of see how they're doing. I can look at their stats, how they're doing certain things whilst they're trading with the virtual money. But I've only just put all these on like 2 or 3 days ago. Ideally, I need to come back in like a month or more. But the idea for this, one of the ideas for me doing this with the virtual portfolio, so that I can see if they're closing the trades, and so the money goes back in, so you make more money. Okay. So for example, so far Jay Nemesis is the only person I've seen doing this, but to be fair, I've only got 3 traders that I'm currently using. But yeah, so Jay is on about 48. Wait, was it? So yeah, so Jay's at $47 profit for me for the year. If we click on him, he's actually closed $56 in profit. So he's very up to date. As soon as he makes a large portion, of money, or profitable trades he's got open, it seems like he'll just take a large chunk of that, like 70-80% of that, close it, and all that money goes back onto him. Okay, so just keep doing the same process. You're harvesting those crops, if you like. You're not just leaving them out there. You're cutting them all, getting them in, and then you reseed again, cut 80% away, reseed again. I love that. Okay, I'm very impressed with how Jay's doing this. I'm trading with him, copy trading him. So I've got access to my phone all the time. I can look at it whenever I want, and I can see gradually throughout the months that he's been doing this consistently. And I just really like it. So I'm using my virtual portfolio to see if there's any others that do anything similar to that. And that'll boost them up on my scale dramatically. So that was the last point. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you an insight into some of the steps I take. I mean, maybe some days I'll just go into Copy People and see someone up here and be like, oh, I like the look of them. That's, an interesting description. Let's click into it. And then maybe they'll match the criteria. Or some of them. Maybe they don't have to do 40% in a year. The filter that you can use on Copy People is, it's not just limited to those 4 or 5 at the top. If you actually click into the filter option, there's quite a lot here that you can narrow down. So there's lots of things to how to refine your trade, your search for a potential trader to copy. And it varies from time to time. It depends how you feel, I guess. But generally, those 6 that I just said, as of right now at least, I can imagine for at least the next 6 months, probably more, that's the criteria that generally I want to stick to when finding a new trader. And I'm quite new to this. I've only been copy trading since the start of 2020. I know it goes generally trading goes a lot deeper than what I'm just doing, where I'm just picking people. Like, you have to sort of read their descriptions, how they're hedging their bets, if you like. For example, Social Trading Vlog, he sort of has traders doing different things. So he'll pick a trader that has all ETFs. He'll be like, yeah, that's fine. That guy's good for that. Another trader that's all stocks. One that's crypto, one that's, all these other things. But right now, I'm that's just not where my head's at. Maybe that's for the better or worse, I'm not sure, but I just like to keep it simple, have these 6. As long as I'm making money, then yeah, that's good. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. And I'll see you in another video nearer Christmas. Yeah, take care, take it easy, and thank you very much for watching. Cheers.